Okay, time for another stream. After the game yesterday just wouldn't work. I could get to the title screen and I could hover over the options, but boy oh boy would they not respond to anything. No clicks, no right clicks, no enter, spaces, ZXC, control, alt, shift, nothing. It did respond to gamepad input in that it froze. That was fun. But this game, it's definitely working. And here it is, Vektor 2089, a sort of top-down F-Zero inspired racer that the devs call, like, Wipeout. I call it, like, Micro Machines. But first thing, I'm going into the options and turning the glitch off and the screen shake off because it's very nauseating. We'll be doing championship, and because I already know that I'm bad at this game, we'll start at beginner. Let's go for the pink. Alright, so from what I remember, what I know of the little bit I've played, I feel like speed is just really important. But maybe boost is important. USA, USA. Alright, hold. Hey, no, get out of my way. So you got a boost meter that fills up as you boost, which I assume means that, like, if you fill it, bad things happen. Like, a guy just blew up. I feel like that's related. You can hold X to help drift around corners, which helps because otherwise your steering is very loose and floaty. And if I hadn't turned the glitch and screen shake effects off, every single time I touch a wall, the screen would shake, and there would be this artifacting appearing on screen that's really ugly and distracting. That didn't quite work out. Drifting and then boosting around corners does seem to be the way to go for gaining on this AI. Which, remember, is set on the easiest difficulty. So either I'm catastrophically terrible at this, or maybe the AI is a bit overtuned. And I'm not ruling out me being catastrophically terrible at it. I don't know, I don't feel like I'm doing that badly. I am missing the boosts, the green boost pads, like every single time. Yeah, I got first place, and just barely. Makes me kind of feel like Jet Moto, where even on easy difficulties I have just the hardest time winning. You can kind of like pre-boost to get a better starting speed. Got a little... Oh man, that makes you go fast. I've only ever tested on the first track, so I'm already flying blind. One thing I really like is how the map shows you what turns are coming up in a way that's a lot easier to read than having the whole map be visible at once. Okay, catching up. I lost so much. Oh my god. Lost so much speed there that the boost wasn't even worth it. This time it was. And the AI is blowing up all over the place. And I almost did. I pushed it a little hard there at the end. This one seems a good deal longer. Oh, we're off to a pretty bad start. I imagine this game would feel pretty good to play once you get good at it. Until then, I'm not so much racing on the track as I am adjacent to it. Yeah, out of my way. And that was almost smooth. Back up with the leaders. Ooh, that was bad. Choosing the car with a good top speed there is paying off, as I was able to just overtake on the straightaway when no one was boosting. Whew, just made it. And just avoided blowing up. Ooh, lots of boost pads on this one. And loops you can fall off. And they cost you a lot of time. Oh, but you can get back on. That's interesting. You have a moment before death takes you, where you can still just like float back onto the track. Nice, I missed the boost pad that went across the whole lane. Well, that helped me catch up nicely. Yeah, boosting around those wide turns definitely seems to be the way. Because you still turn pretty well when you're boosting. Saved myself again there, that's nice. Oh, ooh, got stuck. Totally ruined that guy's boost. Ah! Well, I made it back on the track. Even if I had to overheat to do so. Let's see if I can at least make up a few places. Even if first is realistically out of my grasp. Oh, it's 5 laps. I still got plenty of time then. Might just make it. The turns on this track are so wide that you don't really need to do any drifting. Except maybe there. I missed the boost, but then I got boosted by the guy bumping into me. Okay, it's this upcoming turn. There we go. Didn't even go off the track that time. And once I managed that incredible feat, I'm gonna take first. Yeah, that was a good race. That was a good track. Got a perfect 100. And now go on to novice. Let's try this one. Because you boost so much, you know. It seems like a good idea to have a car that excels at boosting. Its whoopsie. Its handling is a bit worse, so I need to drift a little bit more on this track than last time. You can really feel that boost being strong, though. Oh, that guy was having a bad time. Anytime I'm allowed to boost for a good amount. Anytime I'm allowed to boost for a good amount and not slam into walls, that helps a lot. It does pretty well. trying out sort of tapping on the brakes to do drifts. It seems to give me a lot more control. Yeah, I made up like 7 places really quickly by just having some good, clean racing. I don't want to tap boost too much because it's shift and sticky keys will turn on. Sticky keys, the program invented just to punish gamers. Kind of getting used to this car. I really lost track of myself there. I have caught up. Ah. Well, I pushed it too hard at the end and screwed up. Let's go ahead and restart that one.
3, 2, 1.
That was a proper quick start this time. Ooh, that was really smooth until I hit the wall right afterwards. I find it just so hard to actually hit the boost panels. They're so small. Oh, no. And big straightaway. Oh man, you can really get some speed if you hold the boost long on the straightaways. Well, I'm still in 4th place. It kind of feels like a couple cars are given extra speed on the first lap or so that they take off ahead of you to make things more exciting for when you catch up. But maybe that's just my tinfoil hat. Big boost of speed there to catch up. Yeah, it seems like for this car, the max boost speed is so high that what you want to do is save up until you can do like a really long boost, and then use that to just go super crazy fast. Yeah, like that. Rather than use it in little bits to sort of take turns faster. Ooh, that's really bad. Honestly, I may have lost more from that blunder. There we go. First place, just by a hair. Learning how to use this one better now. Do those long boosts. It crashed. Well, it's not a great sign. Let's just make sure screen shake off. Alright, well, try again, I guess. Time to do this track again.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, big boost at the beginning there to get a fast start. Let me immediately take third. That's nice. Ugh. It's always that turn. I really need to watch out more for it. It immediately lost me like 8 places. Every good opportunity for a boost, it feels like, can get you like 2 places ahead. There, I didn't screw it up that badly this time. These turns are a good opportunity to let your boost recharge, because boost isn't too helpful here. Really face planted that wall. Yeah, trying to boost on these turns just kind of leads to sadness. That was good enough to take first. Understeering and oversteering like crazy, that's for sure. Kind of made up for that bad derailment with a long boost. There, won by a lot more that time. Now let's see if it doesn't crash. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Okay. Just a freak incident. This one seems great for me with its long straightaways. And me hitting the turns anyway. Hitting the walls on the turns anyway. Often in racing games, they make the AI intentionally kind of bad at turning. And that's where you're supposed to overtake them. Here, though, you're really overtaking them more on the straightaways. Ooh, that's a narrow road. But I'm already well in first. Big turn here. Kind of a gentle one, but big. One interesting way they could put in the good kind of rubber banding, where players are allowed to catch up, is by giving players who are further behind a longer boost bar. People complain about rubber banding all the time, but if you think about it, like the item system of Mario Kart is a form of rubber banding, in that it gives weaker players a chance to catch up. You know, people further behind gives them bullet bills and golden mushrooms and triple mushrooms and such, while people in the front get green shells and banana peels. Let's see how far ahead I was. Felt like a lot. Yeah, that's an easy track. I smashed him there. Five seconds from the next guy, 16 from the end. Well, that's wiggly.
3, 2, 1.
Straight to second place, just about. So that's pretty nice. Oop. Fall off the track and lose all of it. So I'll be uploading to YouTube soon my, I suppose I can do it right after this. I decided to start speedrunning Shmup Tactics. There was no speedrun page, so I had to make it, which means I am de facto the world record holder, if it gets accepted. And I think it should. It falls under all their guidelines. Hairpin turn coming up. Oh my goodness. But I got a run I'm pretty happy with, at 14 minutes 13. The only other run I've seen on YouTube that's completed was, you know, a slow one meant to show things off, and they took about an hour. So that follows the trend, not any sort of rule, but a trend that speedruns are usually about 4 times faster than a casual run of a game. Yeah, I saw that. I realized there was a turn coming too late. If just about like any part of you is touching the road, you still get full speed. It's only once you're completely off that you start really slowing down. Like, oh, that's bad. Oh, and that's bad. Everyone's blowing up. Oh my god. They murdered me. Alright, big hairpin turn. And another one. I went through it a lot better this time. I like that if you go off the track and then get to a walled section, it'll let you in the wall, and then just won't let you back out. That's really good. That's really cool. That's something that, like, doesn't make sense physics speaking, but is really good for game design. It allows for recovery way easier. Because it would really suck if you flew off the track and then got stuck behind a wall and couldn't get back on. Like, ultimately, in a real race, you'd have to just sort of deal with it. But come on, this isn't a real race. You don't need that. I feel pretty comfortably in the lead now. Yeah, you can upload that speedrun of Shmup Tactics to here on YouTube. Have another home for it. No. And then I'll be a 2-time world record holder. Because no one has yet beaten my basket bell run. No one has tried, really. I'm so far ahead in points that I can just do nothing here, and I'll actually win. 3, 2, 1. Bad wall touch there. A lot of bad wall touches. Oof. That track be wiggling. Just remember, if I didn't turn off the glitchy effects, every single time I touch a wall, there would be particles and articles and artifacts and partifacts all over the screen, and it'd be shaking all over, and it's really nauseating. And I guess it looks kind of cool, but I also don't want to look at it, especially when I'm concentrating. Yeah, first place guy. Oh, there he is. I was gonna say the first place guy is so far ahead, but I guess he got stuck on these wiggles. Just boosting to get out of that that narrow spot as fast as possible. Seems like a good idea because it's where pile-ups happen. That's where speed goes to die. Right to the edge of my boost meter there. I handled that curve really badly though. Those wiggles were done okay. Yeah. First place on all the tracks. Well, that's the end of championship mode. What's this hot seat? Something multiplayer. There's a track editor. The itch store page says it either doesn't work or doesn't work as intended for the final build. This game's still in early access. Let's go ahead and... Extreme. Let's see how bad I get beat on Extreme. Let's see how badly they cheat. Alright, that was my fault. I just boosted too much. But I get the distinct feeling I might not be seeing them again. Okay, so there's no way to pause. Hold on, I'll reset real quick. It seems like on the hard difficulty, your boost just doesn't last as long. Yeah, no, totally. Your boost just doesn't last as long. That's how they make it harder. Oh, that's lame. That's a lame way of doing things. Well, there's no point in playing the boost character if that's the case. So let's go back to a speed character. Whoever has the lowest boost stat, it's you. Because that's clearly not going to help. Basically, I just need to race really cleanly. I'm noticing that although I'm playing the fastest character, I'm falling behind in what amounts to straightaways. Yeah, Extreme feels, let's say, a mite unfair. I feel like I'd be lucky to finish in anything better than 12th. I'm fighting for my life for 9th place. Who knows how far ahead the pack leaders are. No, please let me have something other than 12th. Oh, I did it! And 9 seconds ahead, Jesus. I can't even fathom. So there's no point in continuing that. Put it back on a real difficulty. A real man's easy mode. Tokyo has the wiggles. Cape Town. So it's all the same tracks. Maybe class just means like how fast everything moves, sort of like the CC of Mario. Yeah, it does seem to be the case. This feels faster. Super short little thing. Well, I think I've shown off this game well enough. It's a little snacky game, and it's whatever. And it's it itself says that it's not finished, but it's a good start for a game. And tomorrow's the break date, where I'll come up with the new schedule. And after that is Cycle 27, or maybe Cycle 28. The game itself seems rather confused on which one it's supposed to be called. It's an asteroid-style shooter, where you're trying to make it past a certain time limit. And I played quite a bit of it already, but I don't know why, because I didn't really like it, but we'll see.